They thought he would have entrenched himself as a starter by now, but because he hasn't, they brought in Nick Foles to give him that competition. Foles has a relationship with members of the coaching staff, won a Super Bowl as a starter with Philadelphia. They know what he's capable of. This competition is going to be fun.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 30 on 2nd down, Foles. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
48-yard line. A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
From just shy of midfield, Foles. That one completed to J.P. Holtz. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Foles. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Foles. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive going to plan so far. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery taking it in. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Many would call that a gutsy decision here early on to go for it 4th and goal. They'll sniff the field.
It was a message, and the message was, I trust you on offense. Go out and make this happen. Go ahead and pick it up. You know what else he said? I trust my defense as well. If they don't get it, I know you're going to hold them. So it's a message to your entire team that you believe in them.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 just shy of the 30. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
19 yards.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is down at the 48, a pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
To the 48-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From just shy of midfield, Brady, a dump underneath to Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Complete to run.
The completion there by Brady with his new team, Tampa Bay. And who does he face on the other sideline in this one? Also on a different team, None other than his old Super Bowl nemesis, Nick Foles, now with Chicago. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
The ball carrier.
A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Foles going to lead the Bears to the line, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. He takes it across the 40-yard line. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
5-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Foles. His throw incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Jason Pierre-Paul gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
If Jason Pierre-Paul just manages to stay on the field and play 16 games, we could have double-digit sack numbers and then some, because over his first 2 seasons in Tampa Bay, 21 sacks, earned himself a new contract, but hasn't been fully healthy. If Jason Pierre-Paul is that guy, look out. We'll see more plays as we just saw there.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
At the 31-yard line.
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Brady gives this one off to Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
The give is to Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
A gain of
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
O.J. Howard.
He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and that'll bring up second down.
25-yard line.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They go back to the ground with Jones. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Jones, the ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. From the gun, it's Brady. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be fourth down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run it with Jones. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. Brady going to throw. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Bucs have taken the lead.
Ryan Suckup on for the point.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Foles. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there. First down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Patterson. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
Tackled by
Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
At the 41-yard line.
Here's Foles. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And some room to roam now. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Intercepted.
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackle.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No,
and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Sean McCoy.
An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
This will make it into the end zone, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd and 10, Foles. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for any
touchdown, Chicago. Ted Ginn, 53 yards, and the Bears have cut it to within a score.
Lining up for the
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he returns this to the 22.
On the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Tampa Bay offense and Ronald Jones. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
And there's a familiar sight, Khalil Mack putting a quarterback down in the backfield for another sack. I know he only had 8.5 sacks in 2019, so a lot of people wrote that off as, hey, what's going on with Khalil Mack? You do realize he's getting doubled and tripled on just about every snap, but that was the first time since his rookie year of 2014 that he finished the season with less than 10 sacks.
To Evans on the slant. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Brady. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Buccaneers.
Brady now on 1st down. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Out of bounds at the
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Now Brady again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Out down inside the 20 at the 15. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
It's 2nd down.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This a 43-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw Ronald Jones put together a nice first half. His guys lead it by 10 as we send it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
On the return, the Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of 20.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st down.
Good catch there by Mike Evans, and his ability to get downfield and create big plays is something that Tom Brady hasn't had on the perimeter in the last few seasons. Mike Evans often fools defenders with his speed because he's so long. People think he can't be that fast. but he is, and combines it with terrific hands and makes big catches.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Brady on target there to Godwin. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
Second and goal.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Here's McCoy. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A gain of 2, just like we saw on first and second down as well. Deuce is wild.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, his second touchdown of the night. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Ndamukong Suh coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On first down, Brady throwing the out route and complete. It's Evans. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Mike Evans has been so good downfield, I think that sometimes we end up taking him for granted. When you look back at what he's done each year in the league, he's been a 1,000-yard receiver each and every time. Now paired with the prolific Tom Brady, those numbers could really jump.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Brady now on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On second down, it's McCoy. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on, because right now he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And there's a nice catch there by Rob Gronkowski. We all know the story. Came out of retirement, got himself traded to Tampa Bay from New England in order to reconnect with his favorite quarterback. And no one has caught.
Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Complete to number 14.
Chris Godwin with his second touchdown of the night as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead is now 24.
The kickoff for Tampa Bay.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will make it into the end zone, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
31-yard line.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Always thought Allen Robinson was a high flyer from his days at Penn State, and none of that has changed with the Chicago Bears. If you throw the ball out to the perimeter, if it's a 50-50 ball, more times than not, he's going to come down with it. And some say he was the victim of some subpar quarterback play last year. He didn't let that bother him at all. Stud 98 catches and over 1,000 yards receiving. Allen Robinson just goes out and plays hard each and every week.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Ahead on the tackle.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
That's good for a Chicago Bears.
Nice gain there by the second-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year. But what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s, look out. He can control a game with his running.
Pick up at 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Foles. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Ndamukong Suh, his 2nd sack of the night. Not easy for Nick Foles and the Bears now. 3rd and long after the sack. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way, and boy, he can get hurt.
The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 22.
And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. And he finds Gronk. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Complete to Rob Gronkowski.
But the Brady-Gronk connection, certainly something to watch here with the Bucs in 2020. Of Tom Brady's 541 touchdown passes coming into 2020, Gronk's 78 were the most of any receiver. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
A gain of 6.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks.
Jones hit and the ball's out. And look there, not a good sight. Gronkowski down. And you just hope it's not that knee again. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Brady. And he's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tom Brady, a touchdown pass to O.J. Howard. And this Buccaneer offense is running away with this one. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Foles and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now Foles. That's caught by Montgomery. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Foles. And left side here, it's Graham. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. JPP cruising in for the sack that time.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
Foles pass. Intercepted by the Buccaneers.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
You got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. On 2nd and goal, Brady. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Suckup, and that will extend this big lead.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bears now ready to take over again. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And now it's 3rd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's Mickens to return. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 38.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll try and run some clock now with McCoy. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Ball carrier.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Pick up a 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
He was brought down.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Tampa Bay. Tonight,
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Chicago.